Hi everybody. So I get a lot of questions about sampling in my beats, so I just decided to do a quick demonstration video. This is an album that I picked up that you're hearing in the background right now at the Music Resource Center at MUN. They were giving away a bunch of free LPs that they didn't really feel like they had use for anymore, and this one was a classical guitar LP from two guys from Brazil, I think, that I'd never heard of before, so I figured I'd give it a shot. And this track, I decided to go with this and see what I could come up with. So, what I did, it was in 3/4 originally. I wanted something in 4/4. So to change the time signature, I basically just decided that the first note of the second bar in each, like, 2-bar set would become the last note of the first bar, if that makes any sense. So it ended up coming out to sound something like this. Now basically what I did was just speed it up by about 2 levels. I sped it up about 2 semitones, and then adjusted each chop of the, I chopped it up so that each button here is a different phrase. From the entire piece. So originally the piece, as you could hear in the background before, sounded like this. So it's slower in 3, right? And I just took different chords from throughout the piece, like different chords, and made my own little loop out of it. And then brought in some drums. Now the drums are just a custom kit I put together. It's a basic like, it's not even a full kit. I just took some sounds from the Maschine library of samples for drum sounds and adjusted them to make them sound how I wanted them to. So this bass drum would normally sound like this, but with EQing and transient master on it, it's a bit more punch. I have some reverb and transient master on this as well. EQing on this hi-hat to give it a bit more crispness, which you can't really hear when I'm playing it by itself. And then I added a triangle and a tambourine as well. And as you'll hear here when I'm playing it through, let's see, that little is from the tambourine. I added a grain delay, and the feedback from it makes that washy sound. So I used that to my advantage in a few places. And then basically, this is the main groove of the sample, or of the beat. So right now it is just drums basically and the sample, but each chop of the sample had to be adjusted timing-wise, because since it's live musicians, they tend to go in and out of time with the music, so I had to line it up by doing a few things in the sample settings on here to get it in the right time signature for each chop. And then there you can hear there's a new little line coming in, and that is from another sample I picked up, or LP I picked up at the Library of English Church Music. So basically what I did was speed it up. It's all just chopped up into little bits so that I could get the right cue points for the sounds that I wanted, and the right notes. I had changed the pitch of it a little bit, I think. So that it would fit in the same key as the guitar sample. And I also added a jazz bass sort of upright bass sound that comes with the Maschine, sampled through the keyboard here. And that's what you hear in Group C. It's just sort of in the background there, providing. And then another little sound that comes in later is in this right here. Just a flute, or a nay technically, sound effect that comes in here as well, affected and customized. And then played in on my keyboard over here, as well as some strings to get that pop sound, like make it a little swing a bit more right there, give it a different texture. Records I picked up and the drums. And yeah, so that's basically a rundown of how that song went together. I'm not sure if I'm going to add more to it yet or not, but that's just one I've been working on. So hope that clears some things up, and I hope you enjoyed the video.